For a few seconds, this place was Armageddon. There was a firefight! I'll never forget this day.
How's it going, guys? You alright? So today Review Bros brings you Firefight pre-workout by Valor Labz. So we're going to be covering the usual taste, price, label and effects and working out if it's the right pre-workout for you. So stay tuned, guys, we're going to cover all of it. And if you're new here, please do hit that subscribe button and give the video a cheeky like because it helps us out more than you know. And also, whilst I'm at it, I just want to give a shout out to Become Resilient. They're an excellent clothing line that have just recently started up and they do support mental health. 10% of all profits go to the Mental Health Foundation, so that's a massive thumbs up from us. Do check them out. Let's get into this review. Taste and mixability, guys, comes in two flavours. The one I've got here is blue raspberry, also comes in green apple. Gonna put up a little video here just so you can see how it mixes, my taste reaction, all the usual stuff. And do you know what, it's a pretty run-of-the-mill blue ras with a bit of a kick to it. So sort of a bit of a fizzy kind of aftertaste. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, there's only so good a blue ras can get. I'm going to go over 7.5 out of 10. No, it's definitely doable and it mixes fine, so there's no real complaints. And that moves us into the price segment. Now you can get hold of this, guys, by going to valorlabz.com, where you'll find this 30 serving tub for $34.99. That actually works out to be $1.16 per serving, which isn't too bad at all, is it? And UK, guys, just for a price translation, that would work out to be £27.86 for the tub, or only 93 pence a go, so dirt cheap. And that actually comes to a very nice 7.5 out of 10 on our consistent price scale. So now let's move into the effects and see what you get for that. But before we move into that, it's also worth noting that Valor Labz do give 20% off to people in the military and first responders to any products on their website. So that's always a nice thumbs up from us. Great stuff, guys. Okay, label time, so that's a 13.65 gram scoop, which is around about average. First up, we've got vitamin C, 500 milligrams, you know, pretty run-of-the-mill, nice, healthy vitamins to have in there. Moving on to the real ingredients, we've got beta-alanine as carnosine, which is the premium patented version of beta-alanine at the clinical dose of 3.2 grams, so that's a nice thumbs up from us. That's the endurance-based ingredient that builds up in your system and buffers lactic acid. Also has the itchy, tingly sensation side effect, so if you like that, then you'll love it. If you don't, then, you know, be careful. Moving on, we've got betaine and hydrous at the clinical dose again at 2.5 grams, so that's another thumbs up. Another endurance-based ingredient is going to help with power output, strength, athletic performance, all that good stuff. Moving on, we've got L-citrulline at 2 grams, which is a gram below what the absolute lowest end of clinical dose is, but that's the amino acid that helps to boost nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream, leading to increased blood flow and therefore pumps. So at least it's in there. And then moving on, we've got N-acetyl L-tyrosine at 1500 milligrams, which is awesome. That's probably the highest dose we've ever seen in the N-acetyl form of L-tyrosine, which is arguably the more bioavailable version of that amino acid, but that's going to help with the focus and concentration side of things, just going to get your brain firing. Moving on, we've got taurine at a nice dose of 1 gram. That's the amino acid that's a bit of a jack of all trades because it helps with energy production within the body, brain function and hydration. And then we've got regular caffeine at 300 milligrams, which is roughly the same amount as 3 cups of coffee. That's the main stimulant in any pre-workout that's going to give you a kick up the bum and get you moving, just wake you up. Then we've got decaffeine malate, which is obviously the version of caffeine that kicks in later on into your workout to prevent crash, at 34 milligrams, which is quite low. I'm guessing that's the yielded amount, but it will sort of help taper down that stimulation. Then we've got bioperine as piponigram fruit, 5 milligrams, pretty standard. That's your digestion ingredient. That's going to help get all of the ingredients for you as efficiently as possible, so you can use them to the best of their ability. And then wrapping off, we've got huperzine A, huperzine serrata. We've got 50 micrograms, which is nice, not too bad. That's the focus-based ingredient that's normally given to Alzheimer's patients to help with memory. So yeah, just going to fire the brain up along with that L-tyrosine. So overall, quite a nice label. We're covering a bit of stim, bit of endurance, pumps, focus, the lot. But let's see how it comes together in actual training. Okay, so effects. So how does this product actually come together in the gym, in training, in actual reality? So the first thing you feel with this and any pre-workouts that have the ingredient, beta-alanine is the first feeling that you get, the itchy tingle sensation that gears you up for the gym. It's in here at the clinical dose of 3.2 grams, the carnosine patented version of beta-alanine no less, and you do feel it to a very nice level. On the scale of beta-alanine feels, 10 being itching your eyes out and 1 being barely feeling it, say it's a 6 or a 7, so you know, you do feel it to a nice degree, enough to get you in the zone. Following that surge of energy, you do feel the focus really coming in. You almost feel a slight head pressure, not in a bad way, but just where you can really feel everything getting working in your brain and firing it up. I think that massive N-acetyl L-tyrosine dose alongside the huperzine A really does work together really well in this product to keep you on the ball and keep your mind alert, and you really do feel like that. And I would say that's one of the strong points of this product, is that focus. You know, you move from exercise to exercise, you're just really in the zone, but not to a crazy cracked out level, but just to a productive, you just get on and do what you need to do without thinking twice about it, basically, is the best way to describe this. And I do think this is a very nice, well-rounded product. But what I would say is pumps are its lowest factor, with obviously only having the 2 grams of L-citrulline. We'd like to really see at least 4 grams in there in an ideal world, and maybe a couple of other pump ingredients alongside that. But, you know, it is what it is. I do think, however, that the focus element of this pre-workout, with that being strong, does kind of play into the pumps when it comes to the mind-muscle connection. So it does boost the pump factor in that sense. So I would say, taking that into account, the pumps are probably around average, despite only having that 1 ingredient in there for pumps. If I was to rate every factor of this pre-workout from best to worst, I would say, honestly, focus, endurance, energy, pumps. So it is a well-rounded pre-workout. It does cover every element, but some more than others. I would say it's definitely enough energy for your average Joe. Stim junkies, obviously, it won't be enough for you, but it's definitely enough to get a good hour to hour and a half workout done without stopping. It does struggle more and longer, more intense sessions, but overall it's one that I'd be more than happy to take every day without any real health concerns about doing so. And that leads me on to my next point, where there is no negative drawbacks with this product. You know, no excessive heart rate, excessive sweating, keeping you up all night, no appetite suppression, none of that nastiness. And that's down to the fact that it's because the only stimulant in here is that caffeine and decaffeine malate, with the nootropics also being driven in with that to keep you alert and focused. So I do think it's a nice, healthy, daily driver pre-workout with no negatives. I think it's suitable for beginners, I think it's suitable for intermediate people, people on a budget, or people that are just stim sensitive in general. So there is definitely an audience for this product. So taking everything into consideration with all of its merits and the fact there's no negative side effects for this product, and you do get a noticeably improved training session on this product, we're going to go with a solid 7 out of 10 on the effects, physical effects of this product. What do I think could boost it to a 10 out of 10? More L-citrulline, more pump ingredients alongside it, perhaps a bit more stim, and then we're looking at the 9 or 10 out of 10. But I do think, however, the bang for buck with this product, how much it actually costs to get those effects, is actually really quite good, especially if you can get that 20% off as well. Final verdict with Firefight pre-workouts. First up was the taste segment. Comes in 2 flavours, green apple and blue raspberry. We gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Very respectable, quite boring, but you know, it's not a struggle, and that's the main thing. Moving on to the price segment, came to a very nice 7.5 out of 10 on our price scale. So actually a very well priced pre-workout, especially when you consider that the label is actually very nicely well rounded, which moves me into the effects section, where we gave that a solid 7 out of 10 for the physical effects in the gym. It was a nice on the ball feeling pre-workout, healthy, covered every aspect to a nice level, no negative side effects, suitable for beginners, intermediates but not stim junkies. So yeah, a nice well-rounded, healthy, good bang for buck product. And that gives us a 22 out of 30 overall score, hitting every area reasonably well, not slacking majorly anywhere. So overall, not a bad product. At this point, just want to thank you guys for checking in as usual for another review. Let us know your thoughts on this product down in the comments section. Have you ever heard of it? Are you tempted to try it? What do you think about that label and effects and how much it costs? All the usual stuff. And as always guys, stay stimmed.